The man raised his gun and aimed at a wild wolf, but then he noticed something strange around the wolf. Startled, he quickly switched to an 8x scope. Sure enough, he spotted a giant signal jammer not far away. Realizing something was off, he scanned in every direction and discovered that every side of his farm was covered with jammers. As a retired Special Forces soldier, Nick instantly knew this was serious. Before he could react, he saw 4 armed vehicles rolling straight toward his house. On board were a crew of ruthless local mercenaries. As the vehicles got closer to his farm, Nick fired his gun to warn his family, shouting for his wife and daughter to hide. Then he sprinted toward the house, but the armed men had already reached the front door. They opened fire on him right away. To survive, Nick found cover and fired back. Hearing the shots, his wife and daughter grabbed their phones to call for help, but of course, there was no signal. The mercenaries still didn't realize they were messing with the wrong guy. Seeing they had him outnumbered, Nick slipped into the house with his gun, told his wife and daughter to hide upstairs, then quickly reloaded. When the bad guys charged in, Nick yanked the door open and took one down instantly. This completely enraged the attackers. They unleashed a hail of bullets on the house. When nothing moved inside, the leader ordered his men to surround the house, but they underestimated Nick, who served in an assault team. When they tried to break down the door with an axe, they realized it wasn't even locked. Next second, Nick fired and took out another guy. Then he quickly moved to the kitchen and smashed a bowl on the floor, so when the attackers came in, he could use the sound of breaking ceramic to know their position. Sure enough, as the men poured in, focused on searching, they ignored the shattered bowl on the floor. As soon as someone stepped on it, Nick fired through the door. Meanwhile, his wife and daughter hid in a cabinet, shaking with fear. When an attacker tried to open the door, his wife pulled the trigger without hesitation. Hearing the gunfight from inside, the leader realized their opponent was no ordinary man. He called in backup, but they still underestimated Nick's combat skills. When a guy reached the staircase, Nick got the drop on him with his gun. This pushed the leader over the edge. He led the charge upstairs, spraying bullets at Nick as he retreated, but with the advantage of the layout. The mercenaries couldn't rush in carelessly. They sent a scout ahead, but as soon as he peeked his head out, Nick shot him dead from upstairs. While Nick reloaded, the rest tried to storm the second floor, but Nick's years of experience let him pick them off one by one. Even if just a foot stuck out, Nick could nail it with perfect aim.